Hi guys, it's Vinny. I thought as the Join the Club website has recently been updated and also we've got quite a few new members in the team, I want to show you how around to give someone a quote or to get someone signed up as a customer. So you need to head on over to www.jointheclub.co.uk, and here is where you need to sign in with your ID number and password, which is the same when you go onto Partner Portal. Just going to log in. Obviously, you come to this screen once you've shown them the Joanna Lumley video or the appointment presentation that we have on the Partner app. If you haven't downloaded that, I would highly recommend doing so, either from App Store or the Play Store if you're on Android. So I'm going to sign in. And then it's going to say welcome me and ask me to describe the relationship to the person I'm helping today, whether it's a good friend or family member or someone I met recently. Now this option here, referral, if you have a customer who's already a member of the Utility Warehouse and they've given you someone to get in contact with or have an appointment with, or even if someone you've already signed up as a customer yourself and they've given you leads for other people, if you click here and type in their customer number, their membership number, that means that if this particular customer, I'm giving an example for, takes any gold service, they'll be able to get a £20 voucher and a £10 voucher for the customer signing up now and that customer who referred every Christmas. So, but for this example, I'm just going to send a good friend or family member. I need to then type in my postcode or whatever postcode you are with. So I'll just do mine and it'll bring a drop down box and I'm going to click on number 5. That's where I am, and confirm it. Get started, and then it's going to ask for a landline number. Now some people don't know their landline number. It can be found on their bill, whoever their supplier is at current, or what I'd probably recommend if you are going to do appointments is go to Argos and pick up a corded landline phone for about £2.99, and you can just plug it straight into the BT wall at home. As long as there's a dial tone, obviously call your mobile number and their number will be on the screen. If they don't have a landline number at all and they want to get one created with us, that's fine. You just tick the box here, I don't have a landline number. Or if if you've already discussed with the customer what services they want and it's not included with it doesn't include broadband or landline, you can tick this box as well. So I'm just going to type in mine. It's best to put it in because it will allow you to get accurate speeds for their broadband as well. It's going to ask if they're with Virgin. Now, because there's a little bit difference with Virgin, if they are on Virgin and want to swap with us, they do have to have a brand new landline installed because it's not compatible with our network. But in Himsby we don't have Virgin, so it'll be no. Then it'll ask you whether they own this property or not, or if they're a tenant. So I'm going to click yes, and it says have you moved into property in the last 3 months. So if someone's just recently moved in, it's great to say yes, and if they owned their previous home or not, and it will also ask for their old address, just for credit checks and things like that. So I'm going to put no in this example, and then it's going to ask, normally it will ask if the customer is over 30 or over. That's only if you're a tenant, because then you're eligible for the free light bulb scheme. So it's then going to bring up our most 3 popular gold packages. So we've got Gold Energy, Gold Talk, and Double Gold Daffy. Now, obviously, it's good to show the customer the potential savings they can make with these packages at the bottom, and you will find that most people will head on towards the Double Gold, as that's where they make the best value. They get more benefits, and that's where you get your quick payments as well. But if you've looked through all of these packages and it's not something for them, you can head on down to build your own bundle and select the services that they specifically want rather than have them packaged together. Now you will see all of the bundles offer different benefits, and if you click on each of the eye, it will tell you a bit I said before in the previous video, with all of the gold bundles, if you click on each eye, it will tell you a little bit information about each benefit and what that means. So as you can see from the gold talk and the gold energy, when they take a mobile service, it allows 10% off their home phone and broadband payments. You get up to £200 to help you switch. So that means if someone's already in a contract, we will pay up to £200 for them to come out of that contract early. Now, this particular process, what happens is once they get sent their final bill with the termination charges on, they need to email you a copy of that bill, and we email it in. And basically, whatever the termination charges were, that amount gets credited to their new utility warehouse bill, allowing them the funds to obviously clear the bill with their existing supplier. When everyone takes a mobile SIM service and a handset, they also get free mobile phone insurance. And when someone takes a cashback card with either the gold talk or the double gold, they get the free Gourmet Society card, which allows them to up to 50% off in over 7,000 restaurants, 40% off cinema tickets, and that's worth $69.99 a year alone anyhow. When they go for double gold, their energy price is also fixed into a fixed tariff. So that means no price rises, and this date will change as to what date it is now. So this means if I was to process this application, their energy price will be fixed until the 29th of February. Double gold also allows them double the difference price promise, which basically means as long as it's like for like, so what they have now to what we can offer them, if for any reason we are more expensive and they want to sign up, after 12 months of being with us, that difference that they're paying gets doubled and they get sent it back in a credit form. I've never come across this as of yet, and I've not had to use it, but it's a great thing to have if someone objects you firsthand if we are more expensive. But like I said, I've never really had this. You'll see the gold energy and the double gold also offer the free light bulb service as well. You will find if they are over 30 and are a tenant, they will also say that they also be eligible for the smart meters. Now, even if you're a homeowner, it doesn't mean you won't get the smart meters. You will get them eventually. It's just that you just have to register it on a separate link, and I'll show you that in a little while. So let me just demonstrate if someone didn't want these packages. If you click on build your own bundle, it then allows you to select whatever services they want, and it will tell you the benefits that they'll get with each one. So for example, I'm gonna let's go for everything. I'll just go for everything, and obviously you can see free light bulb service. Yep, that's fab. Obviously the light bulb service allows them to have 15% reduction on their electric kilowatt consumption every year, and that's forever as long as they remain a customer. A team comes around in a van and fits all the light bulbs for free, and they're also free for life. So if any of the bulbs do go, they simply just call up, and each light bulb's got a little code on, and they request some new ones and they are sent through the post. So it's another great benefit of being a part of the discount club. So either way, whatever one they want to go for, or if you're building one, you click on continue under whatever relevant package, and then it will bring up the information about their landline service. When you're coming onto the home phone page, here you can see we've won the award for Telecom Service Provider of the Year from Which. They've got £200 to help them switch, low call charges and free calls to other members anytime. So even if they just have landline and they don't use the phone, as long as the other person is on Utility Warehouse for landline, they can call them free of charge. So our line rental is £16.50 a month, which is cheaper than BT. And here are some other options that you can add on. We automatically block unwanted sales calls, so they won't get any more annoying calls, and we intelligently identify well-known sales calls numbers on a register, and we block them from calling. If someone wants to be X directory or number withheld, these are free. Other services like caller display, voicemail, they are chargeable. Peak Saver is calls anytime, which is £9 a month. Off-peak saver is evening and weekend calls, which is £3 a month. And if they call overseas a lot, you can add the international boost. Under advanced features, there are some more features that some people may have, such as call diversion, call waiting, three-way calling, reminder call, ring back, choose to refuse, and enhanced. And obviously all of these are extra cost per month, and you just simply tick the ones that you want. So I like to be X directory out of the phone book and number withheld, so I'm going to tick them in this example. Scroll down and click on continue. So as you can see, because I've put my landline number in, it's now moved me on to my broadband service. Once again, it will say it's unlimited data, free connection, free wireless router, and £200 to help you switch. So all of the available broadband services are here. We have standard broadband for £9.99 a month, estimated from 2 to 6 meg, at least 1 meg, and upload up to 1 meg. Now the standard broadband we offer does not include a contract, so they can leave this at any time, and if they're quite a low user, I would even say if it's just someone living by themselves or a couple and all they tend to do is go on Facebook and email in, standard broadband is very apt. And also if they're just doing catch-up TV, it will work, and if it's the only device they've got, it's a good option for them to go for. Obviously if they've got PlayStations, Xboxes, lots of people do online gaming, lots of people stream on different TVs, then I'd probably recommend the Ultra fibre broadband, which is £14.99 a month. The estimated speed, because I've put my landline number in, it will give them as accurate as possible. If you haven't, it will just judge it on the postcode, so just be a bit wary of that. With both of our options for fibre, there is a £30 setup fee and an 18-month contract will apply. Ultra Plus, if they are really heavy users, and for example, if they have been on Virgin and they want a very similar speed, I would probably highly recommend opting for Ultra Plus for £19.99 a month. Once again, £30 setup fee and an 18-month contract. So simply you just tick the one that they're interested in. Let's go for Ultra. And if you don't know their mobile number, you can tick a box there that if that isn't available to them and you don't know their landline, they can choose not to proceed. But I've not really had any problems with that at all. So they can have a standard wireless router, which is free, and post and packaging is just £5.99 on the first bill. If they live in a big house or they have lots of users, and if the walls of the property are very thick internally, I would highly recommend opting for the premium wireless router, as it offers a better range, and practically if some people like to sit in the garden, sometimes the standard wireless router might not reach, so the premium one's £20, but it's a really good investment, because even if they choose suppliers later on, not that they normally do, but it's also compatible with any other supplier as well. And just once again £5.99 post and packaging, or if they're happy with their own router they've got at the moment, they can click I'll use my own, and we'll send them all the instructions on how to get the wireless router as well. The standard or the premium also comes pre-configured with all their information, so they simply just plug in and go, which is fab. And they get one free filter, which is the little box that has to be plugged in to the telephone port, and then a wire from that goes into the router, and the other wire, if they've got a landline, goes into that. And what they recommend is one filter in every single telephone point that's working throughout the house to ensure the best speeds. Okay, so if they get one for free, if they want some more, they will get any extra charged at £5 each. So I click on continue, and then it's going to give me the option about mobile. So our mobile service is no contract with SIM only. It's not even 30 days rolling. That doesn't apply to us. You can see we've also won the Which Award for this service as well. And we have 5 plans for them to choose from. So you've got the value 250 for £8 a month, value 500 for 11, value 1000 for 14, value 1500 for 17, and value max plus 22. And it obviously you can read, so you can tell what data you get along the top, how many minutes, and unlimited text is standard across all of our plans. Now you will notice on this one it will either say 4 gig or 10 gig. When a customer chooses the double gold option, and if they go for the value max plus SIM, they get upgraded automatically from 4 gig of data to 10 gig, which is a massive amount. It's the one I'm personally on, and I never ever use half of that, to be honest. We also do roam like you're at home, so all of the SIM cards we offer allow people to use them for free across lots of different EU countries, up to 5.7 gigabytes worth of data, especially if they're on the value max plan, which is also a useful hint. So in this instance I will choose the 3 gig data plan, and obviously below it will say all of the EU countries the roam like you're at home works in. So I'm going to click value 1500, and this will ask if they'd like to choose one of our handsets. We do any type of phone ranging from £1 a month all the way up to, I think it's £40 a month. So we do the brand new iPhone 10, which is obviously most expensive, and we can just do a basic little Nokia for someone who's a light user. So obviously, because I've selected double gold for all services, whatever handset, if they want a handset, gets applied. You also get free mobile phone insurance with it, and the excess is £75. But it's another benefit of being in the discount club. So if they do want one, you just click yes, and obviously it will then provide you all of the phones that we do. Obviously starts with the most highest, but you can change this here, low to high. So you can see we also do ones from £1 a month, which is a little Alcatel. So there's lots of different options for them to choose from. Obviously having a handset along with the SIM, if they are a tenant, usually at the end of the application it will ask for a deposit if the phone is very expensive, and because they're a tenant they're classed as high risk, whereas if they're a homeowner it may not ask for it. But sometimes it still might, depending on the initial credit check it does throughout this application. So for example, if they wanted a handset, you click select and that would add it, but for this instance I'm going to say no. The SIM card they get will be triple cut, which means it's a standard SIM, a micro SIM or a nano SIM. There's lots of different phones. Specifically smartphones will have different size SIM cards, and they have to make sure the current handset is unlocked, or if it's already on EE, as we use their network to provide our SIM cards, the SIM card will work in any EE locked phone, but you have to make sure the handset is unlocked, and all of our handsets that we can provide are also unlocked. Okay, so that's also a good point. So I'm not going to choose a handset, so I'm going to click on continue, and then it's going to give you an option here. So it's got my selected tariff and budget control. Now this is a really good thing, and it's what Tesco Mobile originally implemented a few years ago. So if someone doesn't want very big mobile phone bills, if you click on budget control, they can never exceed the 1500 minutes, the 3 gig data, or the unlimited text. When they are nearing the limit, it will let them know. Obviously, if necessary, if they want to lift that control on it, they just have to call customer services. Now, if they want to keep their existing number and they have already obtained their pack code, this is where you can enter their mobile number and the pack code here. If they haven't got the pack code just as of yet, just click on new, I'd like a new number, and literally we'll send them a SIM with a new number, and it's very easy once they have got their pack code to get it linked up and get it transferred. So they can add up to 5 mobile services on the account. So if someone else wants to then add another mobile service, you just click here. If not, you click on continue. Yeah, see, you can add up to 5. So yep, just want that SIM card. And then we come on to the energy section. So if someone has gas and electric, they get an extra dual fuel discount. We have 4 simple tariffs: energy price guarantee, and £200 to help them switch. Because what you'll find now is lots of energy companies, if they're in a fixed term, they will charge the customer £25 for each. So for electric and gas for leaving. So if they're not in a contract with their mobile already or the home phone, but they're in a fixed term contract with their energy, you can use that £200 to help them switch as well. So whatever service they have, you just click on. For us in Hemsby, we only have electric. We don't have gas, unfortunately. And then this is where you need to make sure you give a really accurate quotation. So hopefully the customer has a bill there with them of their existing supplier, and somewhere on that bill will give their annual consumption in kilowatts. If they have a day and a night consumption, it does mean they're economy 7. So if they just have one rate, you can untick that. If you know the annual electric usage, you just type it in. So it could be, for example, 6,500 or whatever it is. If they prepay for electric, you tick there, and it also allows you to select the supplier they're with at the moment. Obviously, we don't have prepay. Just to give you a bit of heads up about prepay, even if someone takes a double gold package and they prepay, you are not eligible for QIP, and unfortunately you don't earn any residual on prepayment meters. Okay, so if someone's got prepay but they take all services, you won't earn any residual income on the energy because it's prepayment. Even if it switches to a credit meter in the future, unfortunately that won't apply. Now if they don't know their consumption, you just tick this box and you can estimate their annual consumption by asking for how many bedrooms has the property got. So we've got 5. How many adults live there? 4. Children, 1. Type of heating, so gas, electric with oil. Type of property, it's detached, and the age is 11 years. That then will produce an estimated consumption. Now, the estimated consumption isn't always accurate as to what the customer pays now. So sometimes you might do an estimated consumption and the monthly payment will come out more than what the customer pays now. So I'd really recommend trying to obtain their annual consumption. If not, just pop a quick call to their existing supplier if you can get through. So yeah, I'd recommend just giving them a quick call, their existing energy supplier, and getting the figures that they'll have, or if they've got an online account or an app, you should be able to decipher it from there. We also have, it also gives you an option to ask them how they'd like to pay. So you can pay for your gas and electric in 12 equal monthly instalments to help budget, which is a budget plan, or you can choose to pay for what you've used each month. This means you're paying more during the winter and using more gas and electric and less in summer. This is called monthly in arrears. So it gives you the option to do that. Most people who are on a smart meter will be put onto monthly in arrears, because at the end of the month the smart meter will automatically send in the usage and you'll be billed for that usage the next month. If they haven't got smart meters yet and they want to plan it out a bit better, you can click on budget plan, and then you just simply click on get quotation, and the costs are, and it gives you the tariff that they're on at the moment, or they will be placed on. The double goal fix 17, fixed until the 29th of February, and it will show you. So it's estimated the annual consumption is 6,411 kilowatts. Because they're taking the light bulbs, it will shed 961 kilowatts off it, making it a revised amount of 5,449. So annually, it will roughly maybe about £851 worth of electric, which works out at £71 a month. It also does say here, already have smart meters. We can take over some suppliers' smart meters, and we're working hard to support all types in the future. But in certain cases, you might lose some smart meter benefits temporarily, such as automatic meter readings, but it doesn't stop you switching your energy supply. All prices are shown are inclusive of VAT, and if you want to know exactly, if someone's quite finical and want to know exactly how much pence it is per kilowatt, you can click on the view tariff information label and let them know the standing charges, etc. And obviously we have the exit fees in regards to when they decide to change or switch tariffs. So once you've done that, it's important to read this to the customer before they sign up. And in your training, you did tick on your online training, you did tick that you would read this to every customer, and then you just click please confirm you read it, and then you can click on continue. And then if they are eligible for the light bulbs, it will ask them how many light bulbs they have. Now, it's important to point out that they need to count every single light bulb, including lamps, wall lights, ceiling lamps. Unfortunately, outside lights aren't included, and any halogen strip lights we can't replace. It's a good thing to get, if you've got kids at the appointment, is to go around and get them involved too, and just need to specify the range of bulbs from this list. The more bulbs a person has, the longer it takes for him to install, and it's important to get this amount quite accurate, as it helps the light bulb fitting team as well. So we had 61 to 100, I think. Yeah. Once you've selected how many light bulbs, they will give you some preferred appointment dates. If it's got a little green van, they're already in the area and they're quite local to the customer, so it will give the options. If none of these do suit, you just click on book appointment and they'll just have to call customer services. So I'm going to say I'll go for the 2nd of May. Now, there are terms and conditions of having light bulbs. So they'll change all the light bulbs in the home provided they have an LED equivalent, and the existing light bulbs are safely and easily accessible. In the event of compatibility issues with your existing dimmers or transformers, we will pay up to £100 towards the cost of any electrical upgrade work you'll need. And if we fit new LED light bulbs in your home and you cease to take, so if you stop your landline, so a really good one to point out, if we fit new LED light bulbs in your home and you you cancel your landline, broadband or mobile service with us, following 2 years, they'll have to pay a contribution towards the cost of the bulbs we provided. The size of the contribution varies between £8 per bulb and £2, depending on how long the bulbs have been installed. So once they're happy with that, you just tick the box and you click on continue. and then it's going to come and ask about cashback. Now, hopefully you've already discussed cashback, or not. It's a great time to let them do the cashback challenge. So what I'd probably recommend doing if you're on a laptop or a tablet whilst you're at the appointment, or if you are making a quote over the phone, if you go open a new tab and go back on to join the club. I can't spell. Why's my J not working? That's it. Join the club. Just open up the website again. At the bottom, there's a link called Cashback Challenge, and if you click that, it will allow them to roughly type in and tell you how much they spend a month on groceries, petrol, clothes, health and beauty products, household and electrical goods, and so on. And that will calculate how much they could potentially save by having the cashback card. So on top of the savings you saw originally, and obviously the free LED light bulbs, the gourmet card, it will give them an accurate annual saving. So that works out about £30 a month, which is really good. And then you can obviously talk about that there's lots of different high street stores, Sainsbury's, Marks & Spencer's, B&Q and Argos, which if they shop there regularly, they can get money back on their bill, which is fab. If they don't have to take the cashback card, but just point out, if they do in the future, they have to make sure they have had 3 successful direct debits before that they can add the cashback card on. And with every cashback card that you add on, there is a £10 activation fee which you get refunded on their first top up, as long as it's within 14 days of receiving the card. So in this instance, I love the cashback card, so I'm going to have one, and it's going to ask what you want, what type of top up option they want to do. Probably recommend doing pay as you go top up, and that's what I use, or you can have fixed monthly top ups or automatic low balance top ups, and here we'll give them all the different options. But pay as you go is fine. Need to let them know that there is a £10 activation fee which will be refunded when they top up their card within 2 weeks, and there is a monthly management fee of £1 per card, and top ups by debit card or standing order do cost 35 pence a time. So it's really good to make sure that you get it through to them that if they are going to top up, do a large amount once a month rather than lots of little 20 and 30 pounds here and there, which is going to cost them 35 pence a time. So click on continue, and it's going to ask for their details. So obviously their name, their date of birth. If they're a partner or a couple, so if they're partnered or a couple or friends living together, it's good to add the other person on the account as well. So when they speak to customer service, either or can discuss the account. Then it's going to ask for lots of different information. It will come on to their address, their Clubhouse account, cashback card details, and setting up a direct debit. Once you've filled all this information out, it will then come on to submit order, and then it will ask for the £10 payment for the cashback card. It'll ask for any handset deposits, and it will also ask if it's a brand new phone line installation or if it's just a mobile SIM for a tenant. It'll usually ask for a penny deposit taken from a valid debit card. Once you've done that, hit submit, and it will then produce the customer's membership number, and hey presto, you've got a customer. So, and also at the very end, it will ask, so at the very end, as long as you've completed your home insurance training online, it will ask for their renewal date, which that's all we have to gather as distributors and insurance agents, and then they can either, when time comes, they'll be contacted from someone at head office about their insurance, or they can simply log on to the Clubhouse with their membership number and the password that you enter into this box here, and they can get a quote for themselves at any point. I hope this has been helpful. Like I said, if you want to play around with it, I'd recommend just putting your information in, but obviously don't go right to the end. And it's good practice, and it hopefully will help you feel a bit more confident when you're giving someone a quote, or alternatively when you're sitting with someone at an appointment. Good luck. See you soon.